Okay, I'll be right there. Just getting my coffee here. I got my Las Vegas coffee cup, so Las Vegas might be significant. Yeah, might be significant for somebody. Okay, so we have our shorts today. We have Allied Forces from Triumph. Triumph was, I think, my second concert I went to back in 81 in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, in a little armory. And I believe they opened up for Alice Cooper, and it was just a little gym. And Allied Forces, if you listen to the words, it's really important because this is the generation. And we just got warned about it all of our lives because we knew. If you watch my Shot Kennedy video, I talked a little bit about how it was supposed to happen then. And we had to wait all these years to get this last chapter of the movie to transpire. And now we finally get to do it. But from then till now, we had to have a lot of music to get us through. And that's what we've done. So all these songs I put on, you really should listen to the lyrics. Google them. This is Triumph, Allied Forces. And listen to the words of these songs. And the shorts was basically talking about toxic environments. If you really want your true love and you want your abundance and your money and your quantum to come in, then you have to not be toxic. So you can watch that shorts. My last shorts is very explanatory. It explains itself. Very good. Okay. And then Astro wanted me to tell you, there's a few things they want me to tell you. We're all back in our classes. And what I mean by that is in Astro, we have classes. And those classes can be soul contract rewriting. They can be question and answer kind of classes. They can be how do I get to my next level classes. And depending on who you are, what kind of an old soul you are, we have master teachers, we have students. A lot of master teachers go to other master teachers' classes. So it's just one big learning place. And that's why we chose to come here for this final battle here. Okay, so what Astro wanted me to tell you is there's a lot of controversy on, is he good, is he bad, is it good, is it bad, is it evil, is it from the devil? And, you know, like I said yesterday about, it doesn't matter if the story is true or not, as in when we were talking about the sacrifice of Christ. What matters is the energy. The energy behind it is that sacrificial, I will die for God type of an energy. And that's what I live in, okay? I live in God is my number one. I live in my assignment is my number one. And nothing comes between me and my assignment. That's why yesterday's video about not settling for less was so important. Because if you really do want to do this final mission that you're supposed to be doing, we have to get rid of the toxic, we have to cleanse, we have to go to these classes in Astro. We are the Allied Forces, okay? We are it. We are the chosen ones, you can call us, whatever name you want to put on it. And that's what Astro is trying to explain to you, that names are just names. Titles are just titles. There's good and evil in all of us. We've had many past lives. Which one are you going to feed today? Which one are you going to be? And they really want you to focus on being the best you can be. I think that was a military slogan, wasn't it? Be the best you can be. Well, that's it. That's it. Try to get to your highest, my nose is running. Try to get to your highest timeline. Try to get to your highest level in astro, etc., etc. So I think you catch my drift here. Okay, we're going to go right into the reading, and a lot of this I can just sit here and show you too. We have the mage as the overall energy, and this is from the mage deck. So having the mage as the overall energy and having it from the mage deck is very powerful. That's just saying what I was saying. It wants you to be the best that you can be. Okay? That doesn't mean looks wise, okay? You see me this morning. I wear very little makeup. I comb my hair. You know, I just push live when I'm supposed to. I'm always authentic. I'm never edited. I just go with the flow. I tell you what they want me to tell you. Nothing scripted. Nothing. The songs, the words, nothing. So I just use my mage power. I'm a high-ranking master teacher on multi-dimensions. We're running it all at the same time, so it can be very exhausting, but they want you to stay in that kind of energy. We've been many different people. I've told you to check into who you've been, who have you been. We have, a lot of us are from Bible times, and that's how we met, but if you watch my regression under my video tab, for those of you that are newer, I have been here 1118 with many zeros, and most people are 30, 40, 100, 700, you know, lives. So I'm not trying to brag. I'm just trying to tell you that this station is really deep, and it's coming from me from all my different levels, all my different dimensions. I'm not really even here. I have a physical body. I take care of animals is what I do now, and that's what I do. I don't have any people in my life. I don't talk. I don't have jobs. I'm retired. So the only thing I'd like you to do, if you like my channel, is to study my channel. So if I was to meet you and I said to you, do you know my channel? I would like you to be able to say, yeah, I've watched every one. I know all about you. Because that's the only way you're going to get to know somebody, is to study their work. Okay? Now, I'm not reading the chat. I see the chat going by. It's too small. It's too dark. And I do energy readings, so a lot of times the chat distracts me from my reading. So I know a lot of readers, they follow that chat, they answer questions, they talk with the people on chat. I don't, very rarely do I comment on the chat. So I prefer you to put your comments in after the live, because then I can talk back to you. I usually always either heart or send a comment back to you. Okay, so use your magic power. All right, you saw the lights flickering. They want you to really be in that hermit energy. So we'll go ahead and flip this around so you can read this. They want you to be in your hermit energy. They want you to go within, to shield yourself, to take time making decisions, to lean on the angels and be in solitude. So you see, the overall energy is all about being a magician, using your power that you're learning in astro, because right now our DNA is being activated. You're feeling all of this sun energy coming in. Well, you have to know what to do with it. If you had a powerful machine but you didn't know how to work it, what good would that machine be? And you are the machine. Okay, then what we have here is this happened to be the overall outcome in this reading that I pulled, and it's the 10 of Cups. So I'll just show it to you here. Elizabeth and Zachariah, if you don't know about Elizabeth and Zachariah, you can look up Luke chapter 1:14. And this is talking about, again, how you're destined. That baby was born and they already knew what that baby was going to grow up to be. That's what I was trying to tell you about Allied Forces, about how we are the chosen ones. We are that little baby. One of you is that little baby in this life. In that life, you were here. Elizabeth and Zachariah's joy. You know who that is, don't you? John the Baptist. He grew up to be John the Baptist. And then we have the tower moment, okay? The tower moment is really important because it came after the mage. So you're going to do great things. You heard Jesus say you're going to do better and more greater things than I ever did. And look what he did. The Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Diamonds cards were next. That's the 10 of Pentacles. Everything's changing. Your abundance, we're going into quantum, and quantum goes by individual consciousness. And it's the most important thing because it's not tied to your spouse, it's not tied to your family, it's tied to your soul, your consciousness. Really important stuff. So if you don't know anything about quantum, you want to figure out about quantum. See, this channel can't go into all that stuff, but it has in the past. It has gave you references, it's gave you advice. So that's why you have to study my channel so that I can do these readings and you can understand. Because there's going to be a lot of you that don't understand a thing I'm saying. You'll be more focused on the cat box in the back than you are the reading. So we have a lot of social media trolls, and they're just curious. Just like on this station, they're just curious. But this is really for people that are really, really deep. So I don't mind losing numbers. I don't mind not having any followers. It doesn't matter because this is, it's astro talking through me is basically what it is. Okay, look at that big, beautiful crystal there. It's humongous, pink quartz. Now, what I also wanted to tell you is that underneath curiosity, we have the bored card. Okay, 4 of Cups. Look how bored she looks. If you want to get unbored, you have to start using your creativity. So let's say you're a musician. We need you to write more songs. If you're a cook, we need you to make more recipes, right? Whatever your passion is. And then you see here another picture, 5 of Pentacles. So that's how a lot of people are feeling right now. That's what I'm feeling, is that you're feeling bored. You're feeling like these pictures, right? Well, what do we have here? Ten of Pentacles in reverse, yep. So you're feeling like this ain't happening fast enough, this 10 of Pentacles, it was in reverse. You want that happy family with that dog and that child. This is all New Earth picture. This is definitely New Earth picture. If you find this picture now, it's probably fake. It's probably not even true because, as I said in the beginning, what is said one way, oh, they're good, they're really not good behind the doors. The people they say are bad, oh, look at her, she's doing tarot readings, are really good. So everything's opposite. And we also know that because look at, like I talk about Joan of Arc being burnt on a cross and then 25 years later being acquitted. So she was burnt on the stake and told she was evil, but yet then she turned into a saint 25 years later, and she's got all these statues made of her. This is a Virgin Mary. Same thing. All these statues everywhere. Statues, pictures everywhere, right? What is it all? It's all things that people said were bad, and then they find out later that they're good. That's why I don't go by labels. If you're still going by labels, you're way off, because those days are way over. Look at statues everywhere. Okay, so the final outcome here, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is victory. You see how he planted a seed, and now look at that tree. Wow, yeah, see? So what seeds are you going to plant? And then we have moving, 10 of Pentacles, or 10 of Wands. But I got 10 of Pentacles, I said, and I said moving. So what that's telling me is that you left the old, see that top of the mountain there? You left that. You're coming on down. You got all your stuff. You're alone. You got your animal, and you're moving forward. Okay? And that's what we need to do. We need to move. And it doesn't have to be a physical move, but something's got to change. You can't keep feeling like this. You can't keep feeling like this. That Wheel of Fortune's turning. So take them classes in Astro. Sign up. How do you sign up for Astro classes? You simply ask your guides, you ask your higher self before you go to bed to sign up. We'll take care of the rest. Just like I had somebody in the comments thank me for helping him with his brain. Well, we hear everything you say. We hear it. We definitely hear it, but you just got to talk to us. See, there's that Five of Swords. Wasn't this the Five of Swords? This was the Five of Pentacles or Cups. Now you got the Five of Swords. Challenges. You got to keep balanced. Truth always wins, right? Loyal, brave, and true. 17:28 on the clock. So you're going through challenges, but stay loyal, brave, and true. And that was the same with the shorts telling you that we are the Allied forces. You have the Allied forces around you, but you have to stay loyal, brave, and true. Truth always wins in the end. The end just takes a while. Just like with Joan of Arc getting acquitted, right? 25 years after her death. Okay, and the Empress power. Stay in the Empress power. This is the world mission focus. That was yesterday's title. Astro gives us these titles for a reason. If you watch my shorts, you watch the titles, the thumbnails, you listen to the reading, you dive deep into what I tell you to dive deep into, you sign up in Astro, you do all these things, you're going to be magnificent. You just watch this shit for entertainment, that's what you're going to be, just an entertainer. Wasn't that a Nirvana song? Okay, and then in reverse, we have the Magician in this deck. So we started with the Magician and we ended with the Magician. But that one was in reverse. And the Five of Cups is under it in reverse. So that's telling me that if you use your magic power, that's a triumph song. If you use your magic power and turn that Magician upside right, you're going to have a Five of Cups in reverse, which means you're no longer disappointed and sad. So that's good. That's a great way to end it, wasn't it? There were also 5 aces on this tablecloth. And look what we're ending with. The 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles, which is victory. Magician, turn them upright. Okay, you guys, thanks for listening. I am Miss Mystic.